small account by 20% in just one trade this morning on ANRO, and I walked away with $3,587 in profit, all because I trusted predictive price action instead of chasing noise. This is the Small Account Truck Challenge, turning $500 into a brand new truck. One predictive trade at a time. I'm Susie, and I'm showing you how volume and institutional levels can guide smarter trades. Remember, this is for educational use only. It is not financial advice. So let's roll into today's chart. Today is October 3rd, 2025, and today's trade was on ANRO. At 7:44 a.m. Mountain Time, ANRO triggered our Discord alerts for the second time today. The first trigger was back in pre-market, but we actually scrubbed that alert because volume wasn't sustainable for a day trade. When opening bell rang, the first 15 minutes were chaos. A bunch of stocks looked like they were popping, but there was no follow-through. And so I didn't touch anything right away. There was just too much noise, too many landmines. Then at 7:55 a.m. Mountain Time, ANRO started to set up again with stronger volume. And here's where my Heiken Ashi football analogy comes in, because this setup could not have been more clear. Think of each doji candle as the line of scrimmage. Buyers are on the offense, sellers are on the defense, and they're battling for control of the ball, which is price. Right at the $5.55 Discord institutional level, you can see those dojis stacking up before my entry. That's the battle line. I actually wanted to enter on this candle here, but I had to hold off because I needed a little more volume and liquidity to support my share size and to avoid the spread risk. The very next candle, the buyers broke through, the bull flag snapped open, and that was my green light. I entered the trade at $5.83. My stop? It was simple. It was this $5.55 Discord institutional level. That gave me a 28-cent risk. My minimum requirement is always 3-to-1, which meant my target needed to be this $6.95 Discord institutional level. And that was doable, and that was my mapped out target before I even entered the trade. Now, a few minutes into the trade, more dojis started forming. Price chopped around, lost a few yards on the field, but price held this 34 EMA. Offense didn't score on that play, but they kept the downs alive. No turnover. That kept me in with confidence. Then we pushed right to my target of $6.95, and just like you'd expect, in the red zone, the defense showed up. More dojis formed right there. Buyers couldn't punch through, and every test of that $7.05 zone came in on lower volume. So that's my cue. I planned my exit at 8:25 this morning, Mountain Time. I sold right at $7 even, and that locked me in $1.17 per share for a total profit of $3,587.22. That was almost a 20% gain in just 29 minutes. And sure enough, after I sold, sellers eventually pushed price back below the 50 EMA. That's the defense forcing a turnover, but I was already off the field with points on the board. So remember, dojis are your linemen. Discord levels are the yard markers. Price is the ball. And with Heiken Ashi candles, you can see the battles and the breakthroughs before they even happen. That's predictive trading. Most traders are stuck trading off of supply and demand zones, or lagging indicators like RSI, VWAP, and MACD. That's what I call the rookie cocktail. They're subjective, they repaint, and they're unreliable and late. Today, ANRO didn't respect the zones. It respected my Discord institutional levels. Those levels don't repaint. They're permanent, they're solid, and they don't move. They predict. That's the difference between guessing and trading like the institutions. Did you know that most traders don't lose money because of bad entries? They lose it on bad exits. Fear makes them sell too soon. Hope makes them sell too late. My strategy flips that. I know my exit before I enter because the levels and the volume tell me exactly where the defense is waiting. That's why I wasn't rattled when ANRO tested $7.05 and volume faded. I already knew that that was my red zone defense. If you've been burned before, maybe you chased breakouts, froze at the exit, or trusted the wrong guru. Let me assure you, you're not broken. What you need isn't more trades, it's more structure. When you know your levels, your stop, your risk, and your reward in advance, trading becomes calm and predictive. And that's what takes the emotion out of it and puts the power back into your hands. So what key takeaways can we take from today's trade? Patience matters. I skipped the noise off the open and I waited for clarity. Discord levels gave me both my stop and my target. Volume told me the truth. Lower highs at $7.05 means it's time to exit. Heiken Ashi dojis revealed the battles before each breakout and stall. Now let's check in on the scoreboard, because this is the fun part. The asymmetric reset balance today was $17,875, and after this trade, it was $21,462.75. Now just a quick reminder, 12 trading days ago, I reset my working capital down to $500, and I did that to control share size. That amount compounds forward with every day and every trade. That's the power of asymmetric compounding. Starting balance today was $103,839.88 profit. Today, we added $3,587.22. So the ending balance after today's trade is $107,427.10. That's about a 20,800% gain since I started with just $513. And right now, we're at 71.6% of the way to my $150,000 truck goal. If you found value in this video and it gave you clarity, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell icon so that you don't miss the next video. And just a heads up, my mentoring program is at a special discounted rate right now during this small account truck challenge. But once the challenge ends, so does the discount. So if you're ready to master predictive price action and finally trade with confidence, now is the time to join us. So guys, if you're serious about leveling up your trading game and achieving a 95% win rate, join us today at MomentumStockTraders.com. Here's what you get when you join, and it's everything I'm using every single day in each of my trades. You get live trade guidance, and I walk you through every single trade every single day. You get our custom scanners and charting tools, the same ones I use to spot the setups before they make that big move. You get access to our amazing private Discord channel, and this is where the action happens. You get AI-assisted alerts so that you're never left guessing when things are heating up. You get those key institutional levels, not the retail stuff. These are real levels where the institutions position their trades, and you'll get full breakdowns of each trade at the end of every day so that you can actually learn why a trade worked. But best of all, you're going to get real-time one-on-one mentoring from me personally and be a part of a fantastic community of really serious day traders. So who is this for? This is for any trader who is serious about leveling up their game. It's for struggling traders who've been struggling with profits that are too small and losses that are too big, or struggling with inconsistency in their win rate. So if that's you, this is the place for you, because this program solves all of those struggles. This is not a copy my trades service. It's real education. It's real trade guidance. It's a real platform to help you grow your skills and your edge. And guys, here's a brutal fact. If you're copy trading, you're just reacting to somebody else's click. That's emotional trading. That's not a strategy. You're already late for the game. What's our edge? Insider chart reading skills that actually fuels the action, not reaction. Our edge is profit, not panic. Our community inside is crushing it every single day. So if you're ready to stop second guessing yourself and start trading with clarity, join us at MomentumStockTraders.com right now. And thanks so much for hanging out with me for a few minutes today. I hope you found this video helpful. And remember, trade smart, trade patient, and trade focused. And let's grow those small accounts together. And I'll see you in the next video.